Hi guys, I want to apologize for the lack of video. The teacher is obviously already tracking, but we'll go ahead and get started. I want you to close your eyes and think of the beach. Now take a deep breath and think of the smell of the ocean. I want you to think about how it smells and how the sand feels rubbing between your toes. Now that you have that image of how beautiful and serene it looks and perfect, and while today it looks like that, but if you go deeper and farther out, you see the trash floating. The oil from the boats spread. Now imagine the future beach, if we do not change our ways. The earth is dying and we are just sitting here watching it, doing nothing but watching. No matter where you go, the air is polluted, the ground is covered in trash. It's far from perfect and not quite beautiful, but we could change. The phrase, "be the change you wish to see in the world," is quite literal when you go into the topic of going green. When we think about going green, most people go straight to, "Oh, I'll just recycle." But it's so much deeper than that and so much more. As the inhabitants of the planet, we have an obligation to keep it clean and thriving, and right now we are failing. Mother Nature is shaking her head right now. She worked so hard to help us create this earth, and as soon as we showed up, we started ruining it. Sean Thomas wrote in an article about what happens when people don't go green. In this article, he stated that landfills and deforestation are things that people don't worry about in their day-to-day living. He is completely right. The Rainforest Action Network said that 3.5 billion to 7 billion trees cut down each year. That doesn't seem like a lot, but when you think about the earth and how big it is, and when you're coming up to terms with it, 50,000 to 70,000 trees per square kilometer, that's not a huge area. The easiest solution to help with deforestation is to go digital. Now, I know we don't want to raise the newer generations with their heads stuck in their phones all day long, but instead of using paper and pencils for school, work, or work in general, we could save so many trees. Going digital also helps reduce air pollution because we aren't relying on the big factories to make pencils and paper and other materials. We can simply get on our phones or tablets or computers and write or type whatever is needed at that time, instead of wasting paper. This also helps reduce the paper we use for files either at home or at work by uploading them all onto our computers to easily access whenever we need them. It is such a simple switch, but it has a huge impact and a positive one at that. Landfills, on the other hand, are harder to fix, but that doesn't make it impossible. The United States Environmental Protection Agency said that in 2018 alone, about 146.1 million tons of MSW were landfilled, and about 24% of that was just food. And another 18% was plastic, and then paper made up an astonishing 12%. That leaves 11% to be made up of rubber, leather, and other textile materials. This isn't even all of our waste either. Another 8 million metric tons of plastic end up in our ocean each year, as stated by Claire Leigh-Guerin in her article on the plastic tide. This isn't to say that plastic won't decompose. It would just take on an average 100 to 500 years to decompose, but not fully. Recycling could help with some of the landfill problems, but not all of them. Instead of just throwing it away or leaving it to the side of the road for someone else to clean up, we are just making the planet worse and worse. The United States Environmental Protection Agency also wrote that in 2018, there was more than 69 million tons of MSW recycled comparatively to what was recycled in 1960. While yes, that is a huge difference, about only 6 million was recycled in 1960 through 1960. Through 1960 all the way to 2018, the product that gets recycled most is paper and paperboard, while the least recycled item is wood and electronics. Another important reason we should go green is for the wildlife. When we cut down trees, we are taking away their homes and causing more animals to become extinct. Imagine waking up and just your home was gone and you had nothing anymore and you had to figure out a new way of life to live. from what you've known. Going green can also help the ocean animals by not putting trash into the ocean for marine life to encounter and potentially die from consuming it or getting entangled in it. When a marine animal tries to ingest a piece of plastic, it ends up blocking the digestive tract and getting stuck in the animal's windpipe, leading to the animal to suffocate. On the off chance that it doesn't happen and an animal consumes plastic, it can lead to them feeling full, causing them to not eat and death by starvation. This is something we can help change. When we throw our bottles of trash in the ocean, we aren't thinking about how it is affecting wildlife that lives there. There are so many easy ways to change what you do even at home that will impact a positive outcome. The positives outweigh the bad in this scenario. The more we change our lives, more change in our life, the more animals and trees we can save on this earth and affect our future earth for more generations to come. For a long time, I didn't understand the concept of going green, but I read a ton of articles about going green and found one very compelling that was written by Rebecca Lake. Rebecca Lake wrote an article on the positive effects of going green, and some of that really stuck out were that how we can reduce the pollution levels throughout the world simply by using alternative energy resources, and how if we recycle as often as we can and try to reuse containers from food, then it will ultimately reduce what goes on in the landfills. She didn't add a lot of detailing into her article, but what she did was enough to make any reader go, wow, I think I want to go green. If you take the time in your day to change light bulbs to ones that use less energy or plant or garden instead of buying food from companies like Walmart, switch to buying local. It's better for the environment and for your body. The number of things we use and do in our homes that could easily be changed will absolutely shock you. Tis Auction Writer made a post and posted a list on a website called The Heart of Simple about 40 ways to go greener at home. She made it easy to find things in your life that could be changed to put you in more of an environmentally friendly life. Some other ways that aren't talked about as much are for transitioning into going green and washing our clothes in cold water instead of hot. We wash certain things in cold water, so it's super easy to make a change without even trying hard. Another example is to buy and use items instead of brand new ones to help slow down factory production and help with the air pollution that comes from those factories. This is one good one for new moms to do. Instead of using the regular diapers, you could switch to reusable ones like cloth diapers and just wash them. Doing this could save up to 365 diapers from landing in landfills annually. We all need to stand up and make a change. We need to challenge ourselves to change one simply and easy things in our house and day-to-day environment to make it better. If we simply change in your day-to-day life, you could help save the planet. Wouldn't you make it?